Hey, Ancient Gold, how are you? Good, good. I'm working on this collaboration, and I'm trying to fix this section because, like, as you can see, the fingers get lost. So I'm trying to fix that. So I'm gonna add something that has light here. So I was trying to figure out what object I could use to add that light effect, but that looks neat, because I feel like it's kind of like reaching for something. So the eyes that I use usually represent awareness. Um, so I'm thinking that I'm going to use one specific type of eye that I use or that I have used in the past and put it there to like make it glow and see how it looks. Let's see. So it's on number 50. So I'm gonna use this one. Let's see. There we go. Let's make it look like it's kind of like floating. Yeah, it's hard at first. It is challenging at first, but it's definitely rewarding once you get the hang of it and you start making bigger things. Okay, let's see. Let's check out your. Thanks. It's been very interesting to work with other people for sure. Like I said in the past, just adapting to their styles and to their characters. It's definitely a fun challenge because you have to kind of like um, get the feel of what structures they use and how they use them and how to like adapt that to like what I do, for instance. Um, okay, so I like how this looks, but it looks kind of transparent and it still doesn't like illuminate. So maybe I will do copy in the back that will provide all the light. And it will be just straight up yellow light. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, I can show you yours if you want, but yeah, for sure, I like to play a lot with the perspectives, and I I am a like I don't know, like I think like my head works in like frontal views most of the time. So whenever I do something, I try to make it work in like the frontal space. So sometimes you will see, and like for instance, I don't know if you can tell, but this hand over here is like pretty like misaligned or something. But if you look at it from the front, it looks fine. Yeah, yeah. Or like to force the perspective, I enlarged the hand just to make it, yeah, just to make it fit. Okay, so I think this is the right direction. It's just too bright. So, what number you own? I think you own one of the early ones. Let's see. You said you own 008. That's the introvert. Let's take a look. I think those are the older ones. Let me see if I still have them around here. The first, how many? I think the first 17 pieces I made in 2017 when I was still living in Mexico City. That was the origin of this whole series. And so those pieces came as this idea that I had of just creating these portraits, these like fashion style portraits that would represent like some feelings that I had back then, and that they would combine all of these symbols that I had been working on. So that's how it started. And so from 01 through the 17, those, I don't even know where I have those files. I hope I didn't lose them. But yeah, as you can see here, I have the ones that I made after that. So let's see how motivated it looks. Here you go. So this is what the PAs look like. Let me switch to perspective to show you. Oh wait, I need to I need to deactivate the camera. There you go. So if we go to perspective, I can show you how it looks around. So as you can see, it's very it's very frontal oriented or optimized. It looks really good on the front, I think, or it looks good, but from the side, sometimes it's a mess. And this one is kind of like balanced, like the pieces are like pretty much like organized correctly, but sometimes it just looks a mess from the side. It makes no sense, but when you look at it from the front, you're like, oh, okay, it looks fine. And then I have these guides. I don't know if you can see them. Look, like you have these lines over here, and you have them horizontally, and same for the bottom. And that's what I use to kind of like center everything to the camera, so that when I have the camera activated, you can see the lines in here, and I kind of like can use that as a reference on how to like organize the elements, and how can I organize them from the top. It's like the safe space from the camera. If you look at it, the camera is right here. Well, I have two cameras, one for this is like the final view, and then I have another camera that is like the zoomed in view, so that I can see like the details for specific parts. In this case, I always check the faces and the head a lot, because sometimes I have to like adjust like fine details there. But yeah, that's what these guys are for. That's really cool. And thank you again for the support. It's always really cool to know that like your work is appreciated, and that is like touching someone else. It's just really neat, and it's like a really nice feeling. So um, it really does help, and I appreciate your interest as well. Okay, so I think this eye is getting somewhere. It's definitely helping the hand like be separated. And so I use a very um, outdated rendering engine or render engine. I use V-Ray, which I started using, I don't know, like 2010, I think, which is like a long time ago. And I got so used to it. And I recently started like playing with Blender, and I'm kind of getting used to it, but it's a big change, or it's a big shift from like when you are so used to this old style like interface, and then you try to like leap into the current technologies. So I'm still learning all of the nodes and all of the different ways to make the new types of like shaders and materials and textures. And I recently bought this computer because my laptop that I used to work on was like dying with all of the 3D work that I was doing on it. So I got this computer and I started working with Octane to do like newer like to do like better textures and better light and like more realistic, and like it's definitely so much faster to work with. And I was so excited. I had it for 2 days and I was like testing everything, and I was like so ready and so pumped to start like um, working with these like new technologies and new textures. And after 2 days I updated my computer from Big Sur to Monterey, which is like the latest OS update, and Octane is no longer compatible with that. They're working on making it compatible, but like it just crashes every time that you try to open it now. So now I cannot work with that anymore. So I'm stuck with V-Ray for now. Also, all of my materials and everything is already working with that. I was on a MacBook. Right now, I'm on an iMac. By the way, I'm probably gonna have to leave in like 10 minutes. I love Cinema 4D. It's definitely my favorite software to create anything that is 3D because it's so similar to the Adobe interface that I grew up with and I'm used to. Uh, ZBrush and Blender are so different from anything that I've ever used, so it's a really long learning curve for me. But yeah, um, in the next few days, probably starting the new year, I'm gonna start streaming the creative process for the new. Oh well, Blender. I'm I use it because it's the it's the new thing. You know, like you have to stay current when it comes to technology, and it is really good for doing some effects. There are many effects that I wish I could do with like V-Ray and Cinema 4D and everything that I use, but it's just impossible because it will take like a ton of work, and Blender just makes it so easy, you know. So it is good. Like I do recognize how good it is, and I want to learn how to use it. It's just it takes a while, you know. Yeah. Um, I was gonna say that will be streaming the process for the new set for the portraits collection. I'm gonna finish it during January. We still have 7 pieces available for the last set, but right now I want to focus on finishing it. I already started the concepts for the other collection that I will be launching. It's called Rib Cages, and I will be explaining everything about it on live. So you will be able to learn, like, and I will give as much insight as possible about it. I want to like tell the story behind it, and I'm planning, or I'm working already on some more, like, what do you call them, derivative pieces, or like the iconic pieces, the iconic portraits. Let me show you some tests that I've been doing. No, not this one. Wait, where is it? Over here. Here we go. So I've been doing some tests for like some other pieces like this one. So I might be releasing them. I might just keep them for myself forever. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I'm excited. I want to do so many things on this new year. We have we have been thanks. We have been working on this bigger project. I don't want to say much yet. I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully we'll start the launch for that project during the first week of January. So you will hear about it soon. And hopefully many people hear about it as well. Okay, it looks like our test is ready. I think I like how this looks. I'm gonna save it. That's a lot of projects. How do you keep up? Yeah, yeah, I bet. No, yeah, we need to be careful on, like, with this launch. I can probably give you a sneak peek. It's We're working on this. Yeah, these are some tests that we've been running recently. We're still working on the colors. We're still working on the framing, but these are our trainers. We call them trainers, and we've been working on them for the past like 2 or 3 months, if not longer. But I feel like they're not all the way there yet, so that's why I'm like being like very careful about what I share and what I release. No, this will be 2D. So there will be 3 phases. The first phase is these like 2D guys, and then you will be able to evolve them, and the evolved versions will have like more details, and there will be like they will have like a different suit, or like a suit based on that, but like it will be like you'll have some magic. And then the third phase, you will be able to like mint of like let's call it a companion. I don't want to like say too much. And we're planning on releasing a token that will allow you to like increase, like to adjust the metadata to make like increase the rarity on them. And also you will be able to access special drops that we will be doing. So you will be able to like get pieces, like special NFTs with the tokens. So for that collection, you will be able to get them, but also for my personal collections, you will be able to get pieces, let's say for free, because you will be using your tokens to get those. But yeah, that's kind of what we're working on. So hopefully we'll have you joining that as well. Um, yeah, that's definitely been the challenge. Putting the right team together. We already have a bunch of like great guys working with us for sure, and the community. We're gonna be working really hard during January to get it on its feet and making sure that it's engaged and it's like the right type of community. You know, we don't want flippers. We don't want this to be like just like a cash grab or anything. We really want to build a community that will be a platform uh, for us. Yes, thank you for that. It's been really fun working with the Wanderings. That's been definitely a cool challenge. Adapting to their style has been fun, and let's see what they say about this particular piece. Um, I've seen. Yes, yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna have to run because I have a call in like a minute. But thank you so much for joining. It was really nice talking to you. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we'll see how they do. Like hopefully these collab pieces will help, right? Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I will see you around. I'll try to be more active. Maybe I will try to set up like spaces on the Discord so that we can maybe hang out and chat. Um, but yeah, okay. Have a good evening and talk to you later. Bye, everybody who watched. Thank you. See ya.